After looking at the 3-stage feedback shift register, now let us see a 4-stage linear feedback shift register, which is used to generate a PN sequence of length 15. Okay, so this is 4-stage linear feedback shift register. So the maximum length in this case will be n is equal to 2 to the power of m minus 1, which turns out to be 15. And let us assume, let the initial state be 1 0 0 0. So we have now 4 flip-flops. And the output we send them as x1, x2, x3, x4, and modulo 2 adder. For this, the inputs are x3 and x4, and the output of modulo 2 adder is fed back to the first flip-flop. Right? So now x1, x2, x3, x4, and of course here is from here we will be tapping the output bits. And this is the PN sequence that we are going to generate. And one more thing, we are not discussing the design of this maximum length PN sequence generator, because it is not the scope of this course. Earlier we had seen 3-stage linear feedback shift register, which was used to generate a PN sequence of length 7, where in that case, in the 3-stage, we saw that X input was X1 XOR X3, and in this case it is X3 XOR X4. Okay. So we'll start with the initial state 1 0, 1 followed by 3 zeros. So we'll continue in the similar way now. So first one, this will be moving here, this moves here, this moves here. So this is 1 0 0, and whatever that we are going to get here, this will be x3 XOR x4. So x3 XOR x4. So 0 XOR 0 will be 0. Next, similarly 0 XOR 0 will be 0, and this 0 goes here, this 1 goes here, and this is 0. Correct? So similarly, if I continue, this will be, the remaining states will be 1 0 0 1, 1 1 0 0, 0 1 1 0, 1 0 1 1, 0 1 0 1, 1 0 1 0, 1 1 0 1, I'll write it here, 1 1 1 0, 1 1 1 1, 0 1 1 1, 0 0 1 1, and finally 0 0 0 1. After that we'll be getting back the initial state itself. After that it repeats. Correct? So we have to stop at this point. Now how do we read the PN sequence? The output sequence, it is at x4. So the sequence, I'll write it here, the PN sequence, that means length 15 PN sequence. Length 15 pseudo random sequence is given by, in this order, 0 0 0 1, 2 zeros, 2 ones, 0 1, 0 1, 1 1 1. So this is a length 15 PN sequence. Now that we have understood how to generate a maximum length PN sequence using M-stage linear feedback shift register, now let us try to understand some of the properties of this PN sequences. Properties of PN sequences. Properties of PN sequences. So to understand the properties, we will first take the example of, for example, we will consider the length 7 PN sequence. We will consider example of length 7 PN sequence. So what was that length 7 PN sequence that we saw already? It was 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now with reference to this, we will take this as an example and try to understand the properties of PN sequences. And before I start with the properties, first let us try to understand what is the meaning of this runs. Run means in one shot how many zeros or how many ones are appearing in a given PN sequence. So runs of zeros, and here I will be writing runs of ones. So how many runs of zeros are there in this sequence? There is one run of sequence here, one run of zeros here, correct? And one more is here. Similarly, runs of ones, there are 3 ones here, there is 1 one here. So this is the meaning of runs of zeros and runs of ones. So in this sequence, there are 2 runs of ones, there are 2 runs of ones and 2 runs of zeros. Correct? There are 2 runs of ones and 2 runs of zeros. Now with this understanding of runs of zeros and runs of ones, we will discuss the properties of PN sequence. So first property 1. First property 1. In a maximum length PN sequence, sorry I forgot to say this is properties of, this is true for only maximum length PN sequences. Okay. So first property says, in a maximum length PN sequence, number of ones is always greater than the number of zeros. Number of ones is always 1 greater than number of zeros. So how many ones are there in this sequence? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this example has 4 ones and 3 zeros. So we have verified the first property for this example. The property says number of ones, that is 4, is 1 greater than the number of zeros, that is 3. Next, second property. Second property says among the runs of ones and zeros in each period of a maximum length sequence. So how many runs of ones we have? We have 2 runs of ones, we have 2 runs of zeros. We have 2 runs of ones and 2 runs of zeros. Among the runs of ones and zeros in each period of a maximum length sequence, half the runs of each kind are of length 1, half the runs of each kind are of length, and 1/4 the runs of each kind, 1/4 the runs of each kind are of length 2, etc. So let us try to verify this. Once again, we'll repeat the property. among the runs of ones and zeros in a maximum length Bn sequence, half the runs of each kind means runs of zeros and runs of ones. Half the runs of each kind are of length 1 and 1/4 the runs of each kind are of length 2. So if you want to verify this property for this example, so we have runs of ones, 1 1 1 is first run and single one is second run of ones. Similarly, runs of zeros, 2 zeros, first run, second run, single zero. So how many ones are there in first run of ones? 3 ones, and this has single one, this has 2 zeros, this has single zero. So half the runs of each kind. There were 2 runs of ones, so half of 2 is equal to 1. So 1 run of ones and 1 runs of zeros, both are of length 1. Correct? And we cannot go for the second one now, because 1/4 of the total runs will not be a integer, it will be a fraction. So we can verify this length 7 maximum length Bn sequence, we can verify only the first run. Now let us look at the third property. Third property, property 3. Property 3. So according to this property, autocorrelation function of a maximum length sequence, autocorrelation function of a maximum length sequence is periodic, and it is binary valued,